Season 16, it's raining here in Monaco for the first round. Sebo Campo on pole from David Camino and P. Sierra. Then it's Michael Nokivolv, August Regazzoni, and Vasily Chantan. Daniel Bogdasarov starts 7th from Iwild and Akari. Then it's T. Gabo, Santino Milan, UK Ball, and Yuki Tuo. And it Babner starts 14th from Lawless Leclerc and Marcus Nelson. Then it's Daf Sanchez, Milrez, Revo, and Enoch Yui. Leo starts 21st with Tommy in 22nd. Still trying to readjust, but it's heavily raining here in Monaco by the sea. All 5 lights go on for the first round in Season 16, and the Monaco Prix is green, and that's an amazing start from David Camino, but he got covered off by Sebo Campo there. Nokivolv trying to fight over 4th with Regazzoni. P. Sierra holding on to P3 without too much issue, I might add. But he's going to try and look to P2, maybe even the lead, if he can break late enough. He's got the inside. P. Sierra on his return to the championship for the first time since Season 10, tried to get up into second, and Camino in the barriers. And out of the race has gone David Camino. We couldn't see his car there. There was a tree in the way. There is the stricken 88. But David Camino is out of the Monte Carlo Prix. Enoch Yui drops the 20th, the Revo in 19th, because Tommy has had an amazing start in the number 45 car for Next TV Formula E team on their return to the FEMC. But Sebastiano Campo, he's still leading the way from P. Sierra and Michael Nokivolv. Then it's August Regazzoni, Bogdasarov, Vasily Chantan on his first race for Mahindra. Then it's Iwild, Akari, Gabo, and Milan. As we now get back racing on lap 2 of 19 here in Monte Carlo. And App Sports Lena on their return to the FEMC, currently 14th and 15th. They don't have the backing of Audi anymore, they're just App Sports Lena. And it can kind of show how much Audi helped P. Sierra in that Nissan Nismo car in the number 77. He's known for driving in the 97, but he was out for so long that Bogdasarov could take the 97 car. So now he's driving the 77, and you know what? It kind of suits him quite well. He's trying to close in on Ocampo, but maybe he's just trying to hold on to a podium on his first race back. Michael Novikov. What an awesome start to his career. Qualified in the top 4, and he's currently in 3rd. Similar story for Regazzoni. He's had an amazing debut so far. Milan, currently 10th in the number 43, as Sebo Campo sets a new fastest lap at the E3. Milan's currently looking at points currently, which is pretty good. Tommy's currently looking for a little more positions to gain. Whoops. He's currently in 17th, and that is the state of the rookies. And, Tommy, he's going to try and go alongside Leclerc here. The 16th position, that's the Next TV Neo car, still going alongside him, almost tangled, coming through Casino Square. Down the hill we go, and Leclerc, he's fighting so hard against him, but the fight has been fought, and Tommy is up into 16th position, ahead of the number 16. And you can see the absolute struggles with grip that so many of these drivers are facing in the wet conditions. You saw that on the dashboard. Novikov has quite a bit of damage, likely from when he tangled with Camino. We didn't see the crash, but we can infer that's what happened. Tommy, fastest second sector of anyone. He's ahead of Marcus Nelson now. Marcus Nelson, of all the champions that we've seen in this championship, he's not been doing too well since he's won his championship. 8th in Season 10, and he's just been on a downward spiral since then. However, Season 12 was a step in the right direction. Tommy with a new fastest lap, a 106.6. My goodness me, he's absolutely flying out there. And he's going to clear the other Apps car there of Milrez if he can just find the correct place to get by. Can he send it down the inside? Send it down the inside. He surely does too. And that is 14th for Tommy. And he's charging through the field still. Milrez into the barriers there. That's Tommy. Tommy in the wall. Oh, dearie me. And he's going to have to build all of that back up again. He's dropped back to the back of the pack. And Milrez, well, that was one way to defend a position. One way indeed. We're getting news from our radars that it is potentially drying up. It could dry up by around lap 9. That is the predictions that we're seeing currently. The top 6 quite spread apart. Akari did gain 2 positions, though he only gained 1. He started in 9th, and that was likely from Canada's retirement. So for the reigning drivers champion Akari, who has chosen not to run the number 1 car, as Tommy sets a new fastest 3rd section of anyone, trying to close back up to the back of the pack. Akari's just really got to try and fight harder here. Aurelio Pinnacle, new livery. Same countries and drivers. It's still the old Filipino team that we know today. They're not the only team comprised of only drivers from the Philippines. Andretti in their new orange livery, also doing the same. Yeah, I'm hoping you all saw the preview video for this season. So let's just keep watching. 6 of the 19 then. Ocampo still leading the way since he has done on lap 1. He could try and set up a lights the flag win here. But the tyre wear is going to be a question once it inevitably gets drier. But we're currently still just watching for anything remotely close to action. Further back, Leo has gotten past Anart Curious. Here comes Tommy. This is a fight for 19th. Leo and Anart Curie both fighting over the position. There goes Anart Curie. 2 Hong Kong drivers versus a single Philippine. Whoa, that was such a goddamn move from Tommy. Into the wall goes Anart Curie. And he meets the wall, grinding against it. Still in the race, thankfully. Tommy up to 20th position. As we go on to lap 7 of 19. Not too sure if we have penalties enabled. If we don't, then that's unfortunate. But with 12 more laps to go, don't have fan boost. Let's keep watching. Sierra still second, but you gotta hand it to him. Anart Curie now into the pits, repairing the damage to his car. I think that might be the Mahindra's day effectively over. There's not too much he can do from here, and that's just unfortunate. As Tommy now getting past Leo side by side still, and they're both in the wall. Out of the race has gone Leo. Another virtual safety car, and Tommy has single-handedly tried to overtake 2 drivers and wrecks both of them. My goodness me. This man he needs to just go back to F2 if this is the kind of overtakes he's trying to pull. Because that is not on. That is not on. Virtual safety car is ending, so we get back racing. Ocampo still leading the way. And Sierra and Novikov. Regazzoni still 4 from Bogdassarov, Vashichantan, iWorld, and Akari. However, the highest place, Mahindra driver in the 22 there. Currently under threat from iWorld, who's now got a season of experience under his belt, and he can use that experience as much as he can. They have basically got the same amount of years to them as Anart Curie comes into pit lane for a 2nd time in the Prix. He's going on to inters. Anart Curie onto intermediate tyres, as you can see on that timing tower. The green ring there, that's a lot of weaving for a lot of these drivers coming through the swimming pool chicane. You can tell these wet tires definitely beginning to get out of their operating window. Tommy right on the back of Revo then. Hyperdrive Racing, they've fallen off if this race is anything to go by. And you can see all the teams rushing into pit lane. Those are intermediates going on to everyone on lap 9 of 19. If I was any of these drivers, I would have stayed out. I would have stayed out there as Ocampo now inherits the lead. Novikov up to second, Sierra third, Regazzoni fourth, Bogdasarov fifth. New Cable goes on to dries. My goodness me, the top 6, top 8, that's the top 8 and Vashi Tantan. They've all gone out onto intermediates. New Cable can inherit the race lead. But is it too early for soft tyres? Are the Inters still the better tyre? I'm taking a look at the tyre percentages. It's more on the temperature side, because if the Inters are not flashing, then that means it is dry. We're taking a look. 50%. That is what it says. And Ocui is in again for his third stop. He's onto hard tyres. Milan's onto hard tyres. Sierra's in the wall. Also in the wall, Regazzoni and Bogdasarov. Akari coming through now. And he's gone very wide. Also in the wall. Iwell in the wall. Gabo sliding through into the wall as well. Vashi Chantan, UK ball, 5-second time penalty for causing a collision. And that is Yuki Sumo, who is currently now in the hot seat to try and take the lead of the E3. All he has to do is stay right behind UK ball. Out of the race has Scott Iworld. And that is a virtual safety car. T Gabo also out of the E3, further up the road. And that is one way to have a transition from wet to dry. It is most certainly dry out there. Ocampo comes out of the pits and he is still leading. Novikov, he's going to be second still. He's still second, just ahead of UK Ball. Suo fourth, Sierra fifth, and Regazzoni is sixth. Bogdasarov seventh. Babinus hyperdrives number 14 up into 8th position. Tommy currently 15th, and my goodness. Vashi Tantan also out of the E3 at the same place as T Gabo. Unfortunate for him. Daf Sanchez still out there in 16th. Virtual safety car is ending then, and we go back racing. Novikov 4 seconds off the back of Sebastian Ocampo, and there goes Yuki Suo fighting with Sierra, who's up into 4th now. Sierra on his return to the championship, showing some other drivers how it's truly done, how to fight for position. Well done on Sierra, however, for his comeback to the championship. Currently 4th. He's currently looking at a podium because of UK Ball's 5-second time penalty. And he's got to take it anyway. There goes Sierra. My goodness. Brilliant stuff from the Spanish 77. But he's still got the British 89 right behind him. These two drivers, they fought with each other for race wins before. In the earlier days of the FEMC, Michael Novikov, fastest first sector of anyone. And there goes Sierra once again to take third away from UK Ball. Brilliant moves from both drivers. But it looks like the number 77 is going to have to take the win today. Regazzoni currently behind his more experienced teammate. The rookie number 24 showing some brilliant prowess. But come on, you've got to hand it to Michael Novikov. He's currently second on his debut in the FEMC. This is the kind of performance you only ever see from absolute brilliant talents like Sebastian Ocampo, who is currently leading the E3, lap 12 of 19. Fastest lap, it's a 103.916. But Novikov, he's going to come across the line. He did set some pretty quick sector times, but it's not going to be a fastest lap. As into the pits again, that is UK Ball in, and that is Suo in. That's a lot of tyre wear for the softs if they're going to come in just a handful of laps later. Look at that, 70% for the mediums. How are Sierra's doing? 54% warm soft tyres. So, Inokui and Milan, and Santino Milan, they probably made quite the strategic decision to stay out there, or rather go on to mediums. Mediums could the hards, white-walled hards, sorry. I'm I'm very tired. With 7 laps to go, this is still anyone's race. This, I will reiterate that, this is anybody's race. Anyone can win this race. But it's all going to come down to tire management. Ocampo staying out to start lap 13. Novikov stays out, and I expect P. Sierra to come into pit lane. He does peel into the pits. Regazzoni stays out. Bogdasarov stays off. Babinus, does he come in? No, he doesn't. Staying out is Babinus. Yellow flags in the 3rd sector, and that is for Marcus Nelson. And he's been hit by Dav Sanchez. Sanchez hits the number 13, pointing him back the right direction. He's lost his front wing. He's going to have to come into the pits either way. Leclerc also in pit lane currently. 6 laps to go here in Monte Carlo. There goes the other App Sportsline car of Neil Reyes in the number 6. Tommy's spending a fastest 3rd sector of anyone. And you know, here's the thing about the Next TV drivers. They're really good. I think Next TV Neo might have brought over a very good car. I think the problem is they have 2 rookies. Milan, 5 seconds for causing a collision. Yellow's in the 2nd sector. Track's been cleared. And who was that even with? That's a very low tire percentage for a car. He's struggling out there really hard. Novikov comes in. Babinus is in pit lane. I expect Milan staying out. More drivers having issues. Trouble. Who is that? Who is that who's had a problem? I can't tell. Akari, as I've previously mentioned, probably coming in for a 3rd stop. 5 laps to go. And how is Ocampo making his tires last? I genuinely can't tell. The medium's probably the best race tire today. P. Sierra, fastest sector of anyone, currently 6th place, a position he's all too familiar with. That is P. Sierra's currently average finishing position. If you look back to any old race, if P. Sierra has finished the race in the points, he's going to be in 6th. That was where the Virgin was back in seasons 2 through the end of his career, it seemed. This one's for lap 15. And Ocampo comes into the pits. Regazzoni pits. Bogdasarov pits. Milan is staying out there. But who's going to be leading this race? Will it be Milan or will it be Ocampo up the hill? And Ocampo currently holding on to the race lead by a thread. They're side by side. Milan, however, still with that 5-second time penalty. But Ocampo still leads here in Monte Carlo. From pole on lap 1, he's still leading. Ocampo could try and take a Grand Slam. Pole, fastest lap, race win. That is the Grand Slam of Formula E Monoposto Championship. And he's on his way to doing it. Michael Rokivov, however, he's currently 12th. No, he's in 12th. He's 3rd currently. He drives the number 12 car. I don't remember seeing a number 12 anywhere else in this championship. There's a possibility that it was Scribble Live's number. I will check again with the Tokyo E3 of Season 2, the only race Scribble Live raced in. And he's still on the back of Milan. He's going to get attack mode with 3 laps to go. On lap 18, the pit lane will close, so if your tyres will not make it to lap 18, you've got to pit soon. UK Ball does decide to peel into pit lane now and drops in positions. Milan has now been passed by Michael Rokivov. It's a valiant stand from the number 43, but it's just not going to have to work for him. I'm going to blow my nose after this recording because it is clogged up. But still, I don't know how much more he can do. Ocampo is shooting off into the distance right ahead of these two. Milan is dropping off quite a bit. I expect the top 2 to come into the pits around this lap. I expect top 4 to come in, actually. Which, yes, would mean a double stack at Nissan Nismo, but sometimes you just got to do it. Tommy up into 11th. as Ocampo's staying out. Ocampo's staying out. Michael Nokovov, he peels into pit lane, however. Sky darkening over Monte Carlo. It's new softs going on to Nokovov's car. So Milan staying out, Sierra staying out. Regazzoni and Bogdasarov both peel into pit lane. Are they going on to intermediates? Those are green wall inters going on to Bogdasarov's car. Regazzoni also onto inters. Nokovov has just gone onto softs, but it is about to start raining. We're coming through the tunnel then. We're going to look back with Ocampo. No spray, of course, because we are in the Monaco tunnel. We come out of the tunnel. Is there any spray off of the back of that Andretti? I don't see any. There it is. Rain falling on this track. Sanchez has come in, so it's just the top 5 currently out there struggling because of the fact it is raining out there. And now the ball is in Regazzoni's court. He can try and take a race win on his debut. And what other race to win than the Monaco Prix? Ocampo comes in. Milan's going to come in soon. And Tommy coming through that treacherous chicane. Milan is into pit lane. We're going to go on board with August Regazzoni. He's currently in 6th position, driving the 24 car. Sierra has made 4 stops in this Prix. If he can still get a podium out of this, the same with Nokovov, that would be very impressive. But here comes Regazzoni, and he's not going to be leading this race. Ocampo is still leading. Milan is still 2nd. Sierra is not 3rd. Regazzoni is taken 3rd. Bogdasarov is 4th. Sierra is going to come out of the pits in 5th. Nokovov is going to have to settle the 7th because Suo has taken 6th away from him. That is one way to find yourself in the podium for Regazzoni and Bogdasarov. Babinus currently looking at a potential P7 here. Akari, reigning drivers champion, currently 10th. He'll be scoring 1 point if it finishes as is on this penultimate lap here in Monte Carlo. It is Ocampo from Milan, from Regazzoni, from Bogdasarov and Sierra. And that's 77. Well, if he wants to try and take a podium, if he can't get past as Bogdasarov and close into Milan, it will be better luck next time. As on to the final lap we go. His passion's burning blue on his helmet. On his car number, it's burning orange. Absolute dominance from Sebastian Ocampo today. Yellow's in the 2nd sector. Yellow flags in sector 2. And that is for Marcus Nelson. Quite possibly, yes it is. He's got a puncture, front right puncture. Looks like the tyre didn't have enough tyre pressure in it. And that's unfortunate for Marcus Nelson. And he's in the wall again. He's got no grip out there. I would be shocked if he retired on the spot. He's coming through the final 2 turns now. He's locking up so heavily. Tommy, fastest first sector of anyone, but coming through the final 2 turns then. He started on pole. He's led every lap. He's currently got the fastest lap of the Prix. And Sebastian Ocampo starts season 16 with a bang. He wins the Monte Carlo Prix and sets a new fastest lap of 1:2.316. Almost pie. Milan on his debut is going to come across the line with a 2nd place. He's Regazzoni coming across the line with 3rd. Bogdasarov 4th. Sierra on his return is 5th. Then it's Suo. Rookie Nokovov is 7th. Taking that fastest lap away from Ocampo. Babinus is 8th. Mielres 9th. Akari is 10th. Then it's Revo. Tommy on his debut. Currently 12th. Adding a fastest 3rd sector. Then it's Ukable. Yuki Suo. Dav Sanchez. Lala Leclerc. And Marcus Nelson. And on finishes were Vashi Tantan, T. Gabo, iWorld, Leo, and David Camino as we watch Marcus Nelson. He's got a faster 2nd sector. Could he go for a... No, he can't. He's coming in on the end of that lap. And he comes across the line now. And this is your podium then. Sebastian Ocampo wins the Monte Carlo Prix with the 2 Argentinian drivers behind him of August it's Regazzoni and Santino Milan. Then it's Daniel Bontasaro, P. Sierra, Yuki Tsuo, Michael Nokivov, Inet Babinis, Milrez, and Akari. Then it's Revo, Inokuri, Tommy, Daf Sanchez, Ukebo, Lala Chiclet, Marcus Nelson, T. Gabo, who was your first of the non-finishers. Then it's Bashi Chantan, and Iwo, Leo, and David Kavanaugh. The driver standings are the same as the way we finished. So in the Constructors' Championship, heading into the next round of the championship, Toyota Gazoo Racing lead the way on 26 points. Then it's a tie for second with MS Hamlin Andretti and Nissan Nismo. Then it's Bertrand Renault, Next EV Formula E, Hyperdrive Racing, App Sports Selena, Aurelio Pinnacle, the last of your point scorers. The team still yet to get off of the marks are Broad Honda Grand Prix, Mahindra, and Mercedes Formula E team. We'll see you guys next time then, when the Formula E Monopoly Championship returns.